Hello, this is Steve Harbin. Thank you for joining us. Today we're going to continue our conversation on identifying transformational leadership. And our principle is simply transformational leadership seeks to create a positive change in those who follow. And the leadership principle just simply follows this. It simply says the true measure of leadership is influence, nothing more and nothing less. It cannot be awarded, appointed, or assigned. It comes only from influence. To be a successful transformational leader who leads others to become transformational leaders, you need to master skills in four areas: relationships, equipment, attitude, and leadership. John Maxwell, in his book Leadership 101, simply states, leadership ability is the lid that determines a person's level of effectiveness. The lower the individual's level to lead, or the ability to lead, the lower the lid of his potential. The higher the leadership, the greater his effectiveness. You identify transformational leaders through 6 leadership styles. Leadership is less about your needs and more about the needs of the people and the organization you're leading. The first one is visionary. This style is most appropriate when an organization needs a new direction. Its goal is to move people forward towards a new set of shared dreams. Visionary leaders articulate where a group is going, but not how it's going to get there. Setting people free to innovate and to calculate risk. The second is coaching. This one-on-one style focuses on developing individuals, showing them how to improve their performance and helping them connect their goals to the goals of the organization. Coaching works best with current or potential leaders who show initiative and want more of a professional development. But it can backfire if it's perceived as micromanaging. An individual undermines his or her own self-confidence through this method. Let me give you an illustration. When I went to work several years ago for Lifeway, my manager told me at the time that I would be supervised and watched very closely because as a former pastor, I'd never been supervised. And so they would watch every step that I was doing, and they did that. Many people thought it was micromanaging, but what he was doing was he was simply coaching me to become the best consultant I could possibly be. The third is interactive. This style emphasizes the importance of teamwork and creates harmony in a group by connecting people to each other. This approach is particularly valuable when trying to heighten team harmony. It increases morale, it improves communication, and it even repairs broken trust in an organization. Number 4 is consensus. This style draws on people's experience, knowledge, and skills. The consensus leader leads by the common agreement of the group. However, be warned that this consensus-building approach can be disastrous in times of crisis, especially when urgent decisions have to be made. Number 5 is pace setting. In this style, the leader sets the high standards for performance. He or she is obsessed about doing things better or faster or far greater than anybody else. And he asks everyone to do the same. But this style should be used sparingly because it can undercut morale and make people feel as if they're failing. Our data shows that more often than not, pace setting positions and poisons the climate of the team. Number 6 is commanding. This is a classic model of style of leadership, probably the most often used, but the least effective because it rarely involves praise and frequently employs criticism, and it undercuts people, morale, job satisfaction. It's only effective in a crisis when an urgent turnaround is needed. Even the modern military has come to recognize it limits usefulness. So what kind of leadership style do you have? Next week we'll talk about how you can prioritize for transformational ministry and use those leaders.